What's up, everybody? Welcome back to On the Warpath. It's Sanchez 405. If you do, make sure you click that subscribe button, hit that bell so you get notifications anytime there's new content posted. And as always, like, comment, share this video out because you know what we talking. We talk about Washington football team all the time. And it's Warpath Wednesday, y'all. So you know we do the previews to it. So I had to enlist the help of someone who is a fan of crab legs just as much as I am, because you know we're gonna go in there and we're gonna crack some crab legs open. We're gonna eat some W's. This man eats W's for breakfast on the Locked In podcast for the Washington Wizards. Y'all know him, y'all love him. The man, the myth, the legend, my guy Ed Oliver. What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's good, man? What's good, Washington fans? It's the real Ed Oliver. What's up, man?
We're chilling on here. Appreciate you coming in and spending a little bit of time for y'all. And we're gonna go rapid fire. We dive into it. And Ed, we were on your show yesterday with your channel elite channel members, and we talked about. So we're gonna just revisit Atlanta. Talk to me about the good. Talk to me about the bad. What did you take from this victory in Atlanta on Sunday?
Yeah, it was ugly, but honestly, I mean, I'll take any victory we can get. You know, it's hard to come by. You know, it's hard to come by in Washington. But I mean, like you saw, we haven't beaten the Falcons since what was it, 2003 or something like that. Patrick Ramsey was the quarterback. So I mean, we got to take any way we can get. I like what I saw from Heineke. We talked about the YOLO passes last night. I like the pass to McLaurin. I think everybody's like, "Oh, that was a terrible pass." No, don't shoot it. But honestly, I think it was a good pass just because it's Terry McLaurin. Like I said, if it was anybody else, it's a bad pass. But since it's Terry who leads the league in contested catches, I think that was a good pass. The McKissick one was iffy, but I like that pass too. That could have been picked. But Heineke, he makes plays. He's a magical player. What's up, Kenny? Shout out to Kenny. That's my guy.
Shout out. That's our boy Kenny. He cooks everybody. Thank you for the super chat, brother.
Yeah, so he makes some magical plays. He's gonna make some bad plays that should have been picked, but he's gonna make better. He's gonna make more good plays than bad. The guy has a chip on his shoulder. Bud Light, all the stuff. The story about sleeping in his sister's house and all this stuff. The guy is a gamer. He's a baller. The offensive line has been balling. The offense was good. Terry was good. Gibson needs some more carries. Hopefully he's healthy on Sunday. McKissick needs more carries. Patterson, Logan Thomas is out, unfortunately. We need other guys to step up, and the defense is terrible right now. We're basically the worst defense in the league right now. It's crazy. It's hard to believe. Coming into the season, we thought the offense was going to be 18th in the league or middle of the pack, and we thought our defense was going to be in the top 5. But it's the complete opposite right now. And the Saints is a winnable game, but I like what I saw from the offense. We still got some things to clean up. The defense is trash right now. And we got a long way to go right now with the defense.
Yeah, and I think trash is a compliment there. Shout out to my boy, Authentic in the Beard, Authentic and Tim. Yeah, my guys, appreciate y'all stopping by here. And it's been the defense has been the strength. Last year was the rallying cry of this team. This year it's been more of a whimper. The offense seems like they've been rallying. You talk about Taylor Heineke, you talk about him, and I said the one thing you can say about the kid's got moxie. I said this, he doesn't give up on plays. He leaves it all out on the field. And I don't think there's ever a lack of effort with him. But this defense, the other side of it is Bobby McCain, you bring him into free agency, you bring in William Jackson, the third PI, and that's not private investigator, that's pass interference, because he went to Wendy's, right? He's got 4 for 4 on the season and everything. I don't know if you're talking to Jack Del Rio, what do you think you need? Where do you need to start at? Because it looks like the problems in the secondary. They look confused. They look mismatched and out of place. Speak about that for a little bit.
It's bad right now. If it's 3rd and 15, it's an automatic first down right now. It could be 3rd and 25, and they'll probably get 20, 23 yards, 24. They'll probably get the first down, honestly. Their best receivers always wide open. Cordarrelle Patterson had a hat trick. Keenan Allen had a great game. Darius Slayton, if he would have caught the ball, he probably would have had 200 yards. Daniel Jones was looking like Vanilla Vic against us, had 95 rush yards. Josh Allen was the player of the week against us. Every quarterback has their Matt Ryan. The Atlanta Falcons, they had the 28th ranked offense, and they had a field day against our defense on Sunday. It could be Bishop Sycamore, and they could come out and have a good game against our defense right now. I had to throw that one in.
Bruh, why you
But
do that, man?
our defense is so bad. But the adjustments, I don't know if you heard Fred Smoot was on John Connor's podcast the other day. I think it was yesterday. He talked about moving Cameron Curl, let him play strong safety like he naturally is.
Right.
Let Kittle Fuller play
Go
free
full
safety.
free safety. Yeah.
Because right now he's getting sizzled. He's getting cooked at every position. He can't guard anybody right now. It could be a third string wide receiver and they're still blowing past him. William Jackson, let him play, let him do what he's natural at, press man, being more physical. And Landon go to linebacker. But Landon Collins, we know he's not going to go. He doesn't want to go to linebacker. He has the pride thing where he doesn't go to linebacker, where he keeps saying he's not a box safety. But it is what it is. This probably will be his last year in DC. So we'll see what happens with that. And then we got to elevate some guys. Jeremy Reeves needs some clock. He needs some snaps. The Shazer Everett, I don't care if he gets the helmet. At least it's scaring. We don't scare anybody. Nobody has fear coming across the middle. Where in previous years, some guys would at least be scared. Somebody's gonna throw a flag. Somebody's gonna hit him. I'm not saying hit him helmet to helmet, but at least scare somebody.
Right.
CeeDee Lamb last year was scared on every play. CeeDee Lamb came across the middle. He was scared against us last year because of DeShazer Everett. We don't have that presence right now. We need somebody to be an enforcer. Something. We need somebody with an edge. We have nobody playing with an edge right now, except for maybe John Allen, Deron Payne, Montez Sweat here and there. Cole Holcomb on Sunday was playing hard.
Best game I saw him play.
Really
yeah. Hey, I think we're having that static issue that we had on your channel with you. I don't know if somebody said it was coming out there. I don't. Yeah.
Let me take mine.
Yeah. That might be a little bit better.
Yeah. How do I sound now?
You sound good. You sound a lot better. We can hear you there. Yeah. I can hear myself in the background a little bit, but it's all good. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know what needs to change, but they need to have a come to Jesus meeting with this squad right now. We need some prayer. And you look at some of the things that went on this week, and we'll touch on it quite briefly. 2 free agents were released. None of them are signing with Washington. People said we need to go out here and get them. Stephon Gilmore, who actually was technically traded to the Panthers after saying they were going to release him. And then, of course, Jaylen Smith, who is going to sign with the Green Bay Packers. I guess if you could have took one of these guys, who would you have rather took in this situation? Would you have taken Smith or would you have taken Gilmore?
I would have taken Gilmore by far. Now, Jaylen Smith, I know we're down bad and desperate for linebackers because this is what people told me every time when I'm like, I don't want Jaylen Smith because he looks like he has drop foot. He's not running the normal speed that he was in 2019. And you saw last year when Antonio Gibson had the hat trick against them on Thanksgiving. You saw the first game where Kyle Allen was running around for first downs when we beat Dallas 25-3 and basically getting first downs. Who was guarding those guys? Jaylen Smith was guarding J.D. McKissick. Jaylen Smith was guarding Logan Thomas, getting cooked on every play. Now, if he comes here, everybody's like, oh, he could be the next Eric Flowers. I mean, what player are we really fixing right now in this defense right now? So I don't see any revelations coming here. I could be more being pessimistic with Jaylen Smith or whatever. Now he's been on the Packers, but it is what it is. I personally, I wouldn't have been mad if we signed him, but I really was not banging on the door for Jaylen Smith just because he just looks slow. And there's more of him this year. Looking really slow in coverage and in the run game too. And Dallas fans were telling us, they were like, please sign Jaylen Smith, please sign Jaylen Smith. So that was a sign to me as well. But Stephon Gilmore, I definitely would have taken him. But the thing is, it's the money thing. He he wants a big contract. I doubt he stays with the Panthers. I think he's a rental for them. He's going to go big. And if you want to win games, you got to take a swing. So I get what they're trying to do with the Panthers because their defense does look good right now, and they do need a corner. But I definitely would have went for Stephon Gilmore so we can move Kendall Fuller to free safety because he's just not it this year. He's not it. And then maybe it takes some pressure off of William Jackson. William Jackson would probably be CB2 because Stephon is better than him. So I definitely would have took Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah. I don't really know. Stephon Gilmore, he was on the PUP list, right? And then it's still a mystery of why Jaylen Smith got cut in the middle. I mean, you just don't cut a guy like that in the middle of the season. You wait till the end of the season to do that. So it seemed like there had to be more to that and it's just more questions than answers there. Let's see here. Gunner, what's up, brother? Corey, what's up? Two of my faves. Let's get the W this week. I never get too high because this franchise always disappoints, and that's true. They do always disappoint. But I wasn't like I didn't bang on the table for these guys. I would have probably liked Jaylen Smith just because you needed the linebacker there. But you said he had coverage issues, correct? But he was a highly rated, and I know Pro Football Focus isn't God, but he was up there as one of their top ranked linebackers. But coverage was his issue. So I don't know. I didn't think either one of those guys were going to come here. They got to want to come here, right? Because it's in their wheelhouse. And there may have been interest. And I think John Keim and JP Finley said there was interest in Jaylen Smith, not necessarily in Stephon Gilmore. And then you're going to have to teach a guy on the fly to learn your defense, or the lack thereof, as some people would say. So, I mean, it is what it is in that respect. Injuries galore. Paul Richardson was out there. I mean, sorry, Curtis Samuel. I got to remember. He wears 10, so it fooled me. See, there I go. I'm being petty again, right? But he's got the groin injury, so he didn't practice, and that may be out of precaution because he's had that lingering since June. Also, Logan Thomas has been converted to the IR. They signed Jay Sternberger and Brandon Sheriff. Surprise, surprise. Everybody's favorite All-Pro is on the IR, is on the week to week on the injury list there, or day to day on it. 2 weeks. He's 2 to 3 weeks. I'm sorry. Who else did we lose in that game that I can't really? Oh, Torrey McTyer. We lost him. I mean, who?
Yeah. Well, Diaby's not officially out, but we'll see.
Right. I mean, it's like the injury bug just hit all of a sudden. And now this could be a possibility because Ryan Vermillion hasn't been there to give him the juice. We don't know. Let's go. I mean, what did you think about that? And Ryan Vermillion, do you? And I guess we'll put on our conspiracy theorist hats, though. They say it's nothing involved with the team, but yet they raid his office at a Nova complex or whatever it is out there in Ashburn now. Do you think that there could be an inkling that this gets connected back to the team in some form or fashion?
No, I don't think so. And I don't think it's a Breaking Bad type situation or anything like that.
It's time to cook, Jesse.
I'm not going to say that, but I got a notification on my phone saying it was dealing with prescription drugs. So
okay.
We know football players, they're paying a lot, so painkillers and stuff. I'm not going to speculate too much, but this is the worst time for it to happen. Your head trainer is, under trial or whatever investigation while we have all these injuries right now. So it's terrible timing right now. We just can't get out of our own way with off the field stuff, whether it's Dan Snyder, whether it's the cheerleaders, whether it's the yacht or whatever. It's just something always going on. The name, we just can't get out of our own way with all the field stuff. And even after a win, we can't talk about football. We always got to talk about something else that's going on.
Yeah, we can't get right, as they would say, bro. Can't get right. That's exactly what we're saying here, is that we cannot get right with this team. And like you said it best. We cannot get out of our own ways. And the reason why we skip from Vermillion and we go back to the roster, we cannot get right with the damn kicker. And of all people, you go out and sign a cat with the last name Blewett. Do you think we will see Blewett blow his tires and kick a field goal for the Washington football team this year in 2021? Yeah, I know Ron said that Dustin is the kicker, but do you think there's an opportunity there for where we don't see Sugarfoots and we call them Sugarfoots, but do you think that we could see Cody Blewett out there? Hold on real quick. Let me see here.
This kicker, they released their kicker yesterday, Aldrin Rosas,
and
he missed a 50-yarder. They already let him go. We have some Dustin Dustin, some people saying Dustin has some inside information possibly on the team.
He knows where the bodies are.
Right, yeah. Yeah, something like that for him to keep his job so long. But for him to miss two extra points. Yeah, let me get my phone a little bit closer.
All right, you good, bro.
Yeah, but for him to miss two extra points like that, I knew it was going to come back to haunt us. That's why J.D. McKissic had to fly Superman into the end zone, because he knew if we had to put the game in Dustin Hopkins' hands some way, somehow, we would lose this game. But Chris Blewett, he was working at Home Depot. He was working as like a school assistant or something like that too.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at he's never.
Is that Hayfield? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's ever kicked a kick in the NFL. He's been like a practice squad guy or like some reserve type kicker. If you look at his numbers at Pittsburgh too, they were they were mediocre numbers. He was like 70% or something like that. If you look at his college numbers, so he's really not legit competition. Honestly, Eddie Pinheiro was a better option in my opinion. The guy we signed last month, who we ended up releasing him. I don't know why we released him. I thought that was dumb to let him go.
Mm-hmm.
But Dustin, he's this game too. It's supposed to be raining on Sunday. I already looked at the weather or whatever. I don't know if you're going. I know you go to a lot of games.
Nah, I ain't going that one.
But yeah, it's supposed to be raining on Sunday, so that could affect it even more. And we were in a dome too. That's the scary thing about it. Like no wind, no snow, no weather, no nothing. And Dustin's already missing 20-yard kicks to the right. Both and the miss against the Giants too. The game winner barely made the second chance kick because Dexter Lawrence went offside. So that's how bad Dustin has been. Dustin was bad last year. Seahawks game, Giants game, missing extra points that came back to bite us in the butt at the end of the game. So Dustin should have been gone. It is what it is. I know he's got some things going on off the field with his family, prayers up, stuff like that. But it's a business, so
yeah.
I don't know what to do with Dustin. I mean, we know what to do with Dustin, but Ron is he's way too low.
I think the fact is we don't have Dustin Hopkins. We got Dustin Diamond, the guy who plays Screech on Saved by the Bell, because he just keeps on screeching them kicks to the right. I mean, I don't have a problem if they make adjustment, because even on the kicking game, he misses everything. He'll like punch it and push it to the right, especially on extra points. Those 2 extra points that he missed, that kick that he missed, but thank God for Dexter Jackson jumping off sides. He missed that and almost pushed it right again. And I even said, hey, it might be the new snapper, but after a while, man, you got to take some personal accountability. And I think that Tress Way probably has a bigger voice in that room than a lot of people think on there. And I think that's why Dustin Hopkins is still there. I think because of his relationship with Tress Way. Shout out Juan Gotti.
Shout out, yeah. What's up, Juan? What's going on, Juan? And he was better when the ping pong table was there. I mean, he was still not great. I don't know if they need to put a little mini ping pong table in the corner just for the kicker and Tress Way. He deserves it. Tress Way can get it, but like you said, in preseason too, he was bad in preseason. He missed 3-4 kicks in preseason. So this has been a long continuation of Dustin Hopkins right now. So he should have a very short leash. Oh,
I believe, yeah, no doubt about that. Shout out to the Cardinals, just cashed in on that first inning bet there. So I got that plus 460 there. And Juan asked a question here. Let's check out our guy. He said, "Is it just me? I'm not as worried if Diami or Cram Sims can't play, and Curtis. I think Carter and Hump can hold it down as long as you got 1-7. You should be good." I think that would be a little concerning, because that's all they're going to pin on now. Is they're going to pin on Terry. And I'm not saying Terry can't do that, but I mean, you're already targeting Terry multiple double-digit times in a game. I don't know. What about you, Ed? What do you think in that situation?
Is Juan said if Curtis can't play?
Yeah, if Diami, Sims, and Curtis can't play.
Okay. Yeah, Diami, we'll see what happens. I think it's questionable. Same thing with Cam Sims. As long as Curtis is there, I think we're fine. And Adam Humphries, he'll randomly make a play towards the end. He did make a clutch play against the Giants to get the first down. He made a good play against the Falcons too. It was like a 15-yard
19-yard, yeah.
to get the first down. So as long as he's not tripping over his feet and falling and stumbling, I think Humphries is okay as a third or fourth option. Dax Milne, he might have to get some playing time. DeAndre Carter, I want to see more of him. I mean, the guy made a good play on a third down for us against the Falcons too. He made a good play, so I want to see some more of DeAndre Carter. He's a small, quick, shifty guy. J.D. McKissic might just have to keep playing wide receiver. He's probably been our second best wide receiver.
Yes, Lord, talk about him.
McLaurin, seriously. I mean, and that wheel route, keep doing that wheel route. Keep running that same thing with JD, because right now they're not stopping him right now. So I would keep doing the same thing. Put JD in the slot if you have to. Just move JD around. Let him do his thing. Antonio Gibson play wide receiver too. So honestly, if we have to move some guys around and let them play wide receiver, then it is what it is on that part. Some of our running backs are really good wide receivers too.
Shout out to Brandon Hayes. And Ron we trust, but Landon Moreland not using Gibby properly. D looks horrible. Kicker Carter not playing. Curtis roll while Curtis was out, etc. That's a lot to unpack there. I appreciate the super chat, Phil. Yeah, let's take this one day. Yeah, Landon, Jimmy Moreland. I mean, Jimmy Moreland's on the Texans, not doing anything. So, not using Gibby properly. I agree with that 110%. Defense looks like garbage, and he's a defensive-minded head coach. Kicker, yes. Carter not playing that role. I don't necessarily know if he is built to play that role. I know he's a kickoff returner, but like Curtis Samuel, I think those are two different types of dudes. What about you, Ed?
Yeah, DeAndre Carter, I want to see more at the wide receiver spot after that catch. I'm not expecting him to go up there and get 100 yards or nothing, but he can, you can move the chains on a third down or a fourth down. Kicker is horrible. We already know that. Defense is really bad right now. We can't stop a third down. To save our lives, it's going to be 3rd and 20, and they'll still probably get it. We make bad quarterback. Well, we haven't really played a bad quarterback yet, per se. But we make quarterbacks look like Hall of Famers out there right now. I think we just gotta mix it up. Chase Young's got to step up. He's got to win this matchup. We got to get the Chase Young that we saw from last year. That's what we're waiting on. I still got faith in him. I think if he can wake up and get not even just a sack, just be impactful. I want to see him impactful. Now he's thinking too much right now with the pushing and the am I going to tackle the quarterback? Am I going to push the quarterback? He's confused right now, but he's just got to just play him, be him. If he gets the flag, it is what it is. As long as he's being decisive and making a move, that's what I want to see from him. And the Curtis role, Jimmy Moreland, I never liked that cut. I didn't like that cut at all, to be honest with you.
I know you didn't like that one.
I didn't really like it. I liked Torrey. I thought Torrey McTyer played well in training camp, but you kind of saw his flaws during the game. Like he's not turning his head around. The ball hits him in the helmet. He's kind of like grabbing or holding on guys. It was a pass interference that he did get away with. I thought it was a makeup call for the roughing the passer call. They didn't call a flag on. They picked the flag up on Torrey McTyer. It is what it is on that. Wish him a speedy recovery. Landon. This is his last year here, so we just gotta string it out with him and just make it work somehow. But it's up to Jack Del Rio to sit him. If Jack is really gonna sit guys that aren't playing well, Bobby McCain is gonna sit him and put Jeremy Reeves in. You're gonna put DeShazer in instead. Landon Collins, you sit him and put somebody else in there. Khalid Hudson, give some other guys some playing time. It's up to the coaching right now. So they gotta make something work.
Let's see here. But let's go and we move off of that and good thoughts there. Tell me about Sunday. What does Washington need to do? Washington, we look at the Saints, right? Jameis Winston, very up and down. It kind of mirror images of each other, right? One game they play really well, one game they play really bad. Washington's really only really bad game, right, was against Buffalo. But New Orleans, I think, has had kind of two of those games. Well, no, they really only had one, right? It was a game at Carolina. So that was kind of like our Buffalo. But these teams seem like they're very polar. They're very parallel in their sense. You got an up-and-coming dual threat running back. You've got an established guy like Alvin Kamara on the other side. You've got two quarterbacks who are kind of trying to find their way in the NFL, Heineke and Jameis. The defenses, they've had some stars on there as well. What do you think? What matchups are you looking forward to seeing against New Orleans on Sunday? Yeah, Sunday.
Of course, we got to see Terry versus Marshawn Lattimore. We got to see the wide receiver number 1 versus the CB1. What's up, DMV Sports On? What's going on? That's going to be an elite matchup right there. Antonio Gibson against their run defense. Their run defense is good. They're like number 2 in rushing yards allowed. They only allow like 66 rushing yards per game. So they got a legit defensive line stopping the runs. They got some good players. They got old man Malcolm Jenkins at safety. And they got this corner named Paulson Adebo, who's a rookie. I think he went to Stanford. They got drafted in like the 3rd or 4th round. He got sizzled last week by John Ross from the Giants, and some other guys on the Giants were able to get some deep passes. Daniel Jones threw 400 passes last week. And I think Heineke is capable of getting, that our offense has been able to move the ball. We're going to be able to move the ball on them. They do have a good defense. But we got to take advantage of our opportunities against their pass. Their pass defense can be had. Their run defense is legit, but their pass defense, they have struggled this year. They got some injuries. Quan Alexander's going to be out. He's on injury reserve and whatnot. So they're a little banged up right now. They are a little banged up. Jameis right now, he's a game manager. I think, he got the eye surgery and whatnot, the LASIK. He's scared to. No, I'm not gonna say scared, but he has that name, that narrative on him, the 30 for 30, all that stuff. He's trying to not throw interceptions, so he's thinking so much. And then Taysom Hill too. We cannot let Taysom Hill go out there and run all. If we let that happen, then I'm not gonna say I already gave up on Jack Del Rio, but if we're letting Taysom Hill come out there and get 30-yard runs, 20-yard runs, and whatnot, then we're not gonna win the game if we're letting Taysom Hill go crazy on us. Same thing with Alvin Kamara, and we owe them. Last time we played them, we were winning by like 20 points or something like that in New Orleans, and we let them come back. Alvin Kamara and
remember that in 2018 we played him in 18. That was a Drew Brees game too, now. But we do owe them.
That was the money.
Yeah.
We need revenge.
We still need revenge though. We ain't beat these bastards in last 2 attempts after unpantsing them the last time they were at FedEx Field. That was that was the Chris Baker. You like that game? Interestingly enough, first time Jameis Winston has played Washington since you like that game. And Ed, I look at it too. This is an offense that ranks 17th in the league. So hopefully this defense can take advantage of it. But the one thing I've always said, and I say this on your show, and I say this every week, they are not bad on third down. They are 6th in the lead in converting on third down. 44.7 is their rank, and their top 10 in third down defense. That's my key right there. You got to get stops. Kenny said it right there. You got to get these stops out here. You can't let Jameis be comfortable, because if you do, the kid will pick you apart. And before I even get into that, though, because I saw DMV Sports Zone Nati up in here, congratulations to those cats as well. Although Nati does not have the foresight to read anything. We know why, because he's studying. But Jaylen Smith with the Packers now, so we had to get that straight. But they hit 1,000 subscribers, I think, last week. So shout out to our guys over there, all those guys that are doing the thing out there. So we appreciate y'all. We're proud of you guys, and welcome to the club, family. Welcome to the club. Now we not at Oliver Club yet. Like we got like 80 million people that follow us and all that stuff. What's up, Linda? How are you doing? But I think that if Washington can get steps, like this is a get-right game for both teams. If you think about it, it's a bounce back for the Saints. But Washington, you're back in front of your home crowd after electrifying finish against the Giants 2 weeks ago. I mean, you got to come out here and do it. I think Washington do it. This is a coach that Ron Rivera is very familiar in Sean Payton. So that hopefully that breeds into some of the tendencies. And you can also see that Sean doesn't really trust Jameis yet with this offense. Doesn't let them. I don't know if you knew this or not. They have not had a receiver record 100 yards. And that is probably because, Michael Thomas is out. But still, nobody. I think only one guy maybe sniffed close to 90 yards. And
it's hard to name a receiver core a little bit.
Yep. But we got sitting in the house after. Shout out to the pettiest man that I know. Paulie, what's up? Got to force crab legs. Hail to the W there. My cat's coming after you, brother. I know you can't say it, but hail to the Redskins. There we go, brother. I said it there. Anyway, let's get in here because we got Ed for like another. If I can buy 5 more minutes of your time, and we'll get you out of here.
Yeah.
We'll get you out of here. We'll do our 6-pack. Oh, so one more thing, and then we'll do 6-pack. Washington wins if. What they do, who shows up in this game? Washington wins if. Kind of repetitive sounding, but I think we hone in on that.
I'm gonna say once again, Chase Young's got to step up. They got some injuries on their offensive line in the interior. They got some backup guys. I want to say they got a backup center right now. I think his name is Cesar Ruiz or something like that. But Deron Payne, John Allen, they got to step up. They got to take over the interior. Montez, just the whole front four, all the first round picks, they got to live up to the hype. I'm gonna say that they haven't done it as a unit together yet. I haven't seen them work together as a unit. We've seen 1 or 2 guys show up. But I want to see all 4 of them just, hair on fire, getting it done. Gunny Man, like he said, keeping Alvin Kamara. He cannot have a Cordarrelle Patterson.
Nope.
Game. He cannot have a hat trick because he's capable of doing that. He can catch out the backfield. He can run out the backfield. Bobby McCain, miscommunication. The energy that he put towards yelling at the media.
Yeah.
I'm going to need Bobby McCain to put that energy towards the field.
Because they will eat his ass alive.
They will. And these little receivers they got, they have no-name guys. Marquise Callaway, Kenny Stills, and Chris Hogan, and guys like that. They're little speedy guys. They will run past you. Now, like you said about Jameis, I think he's like in the bottom 5 passing yards. Like they average like 144 passing yards per game, which is very low. And pass attempts, he hasn't had a game over 23 pass attempts. So they don't want him to throw the ball. So we have to stop the run. We have to stop Kamara. We have to stop Taysom Hill. All those guys that they try to throw in there, got to stop those guys. And Scott Turner, you cannot get away from them. And let's score a touchdown on the first drive. And let's not let them score a touchdown on the first drive. I mean, the Falcons, they really should have scored a touchdown on that drive, but we got lucky that they got a field goal. Let's get a stop. Let's not have Heineke down 14-0 for one time in the game. Let's not have Heineke trying to come back from 21-0 like the Bills game. Every game we win, we have to come back from 10-0 or miraculous comeback victory or something like that. So special teams is going to be important too. We're going to need DeAndre Carter to pop like we did last game. And the backup tight ends are going to have to step up with Logan Thomas being out too. Sam East, if he has to play, I want to see him catch the ball. Don't bobble the ball. Just, cleanly. Ricky Seals-Jones, he had a couple drops too. And McKissick is our secret weapon right now. I think people are learning about him. Other teams are learning about him. But McKissick's got to be himself. He's got to do his thing. And if Heineke has to run. He ran more against Atlanta. I hated what he did against the Bills where he was too hesitant to run. And then he would try to force it, and it's an automatic interception with 3 people right there. So Heineke's got to be himself. If you got to run, because that's the advantage he has over all the quarterbacks that we have on the roster right now is his mobility. So use that to his advantage, and he has to know where that first down marker is because he keeps sliding or diving before the first down. And a lot of the 4th and 1s that we've had so far have been because he doesn't know where the first down marker is or his awareness has been bad. And then Scott Turner too. I want to see him. Yeah. He's been okay. I'm not gonna say I'm against Scott Turner. I like some of the things that he's done, but there's just some bonehead decisions that he makes. The 4th and 1 shotgun was awful. Yeah. The 2nd and 6 run out of shotgun in the second half was awful. So there's sometimes where he tries to get a little too cute. So I'm looking at Scott Turner too, and it's not all his fault. The quarterbacks he's had is some of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL history. Yep. But the jury's still on Scott. I like I said last, I gave Scott a B- so far. So I give him that. I want to see more from Scott Turner.
Yeah, I give him C plus B-. I think. I mean, the offense scored 30-some points. I don't really care. Like I get that, and shout out to our boy Roger. And what's up, Micro Mike? How you doing? I heard y'all changed the name to Owen. 0-4. Love you, brother. But
somebody said, can we please get a turnover too? We
do need to get turnover. I want a strip, sack, fumble, recovery, take it to the house. Chase Young. They don't have any questions about if it's roughing the passer, and that's what I have a problem with. Is Chase Young's both his roughing the passer calls have been let's pause for a second. Let's think about this. Let's go get a cup of coffee. Let's read the Sunday version of the Washington Post, and then go take a bowel movement. Oh, yes, it's roughing the passer. That's the problem right there. I mean, if it stinks, it stinks. I think that, and like I said, with Scott Turner, he's doing this with Taylor Heineke. He's doing the best he can to bring it out of him. I'm not saying he's perfect. Like I said, situational football. And that shotgun on 4th and 1, I have no idea why you do that. I would put my tight end up in there. It's either I'm sneaking it with Heineke, or we're gonna go power eye, run that thing right up the gut, and get my tight end. Get John Bates up in there, throw a block as a fullback up in there.
And one thing I do want to give the offensive line some credit. That's why I do think we gotta run the football. Cosme has been good. Leno's got better since that first game where Ryan Fitzpatrick got hurt. Aaron Flowers has been a baller. Of course, your boy Sheriff won't be with us on Sunday, but Schweitzer has been
Don't call him my boy, Ed. Don't call. We in this live right now. If you ever disrespect me like that, get off. That fake all pro. Get that noise out of here, bro. Go ahead.
Right, but Schweitzer has been good so far. I mean, Schweitzer was good last year too. So I mean, you got some good backups. Rouillet's been good. If Sadiq Charles ever touches the field, I got some confidence in him too. So I want to see the offensive line keep it up. They've been doing their thing.
Shout out to Jerry. You're not getting together against the next 4 teams we play. It's put up a shot. I don't really care about the next 4 teams. I care about the next team. I care about New Orleans. I see what you're saying, Chris, but I can't worry about Kansas City. I got to worry about what Jameis Winston's doing right now. That's what's wrong with us now. We worry about what the quarter looks like, right? I got to worry about what I'm doing right now in my house and who's coming into my house. I can't worry about a guest that's coming 2 weeks down the road.
And how do you feel? How do you feel about attendance? How do you think it's going to look? Because I saw this. I know you probably saw the stat where we had the lowest attendance.
Yeah, it's going to be garbage. It's going to be garbage. I mean, when you got the pipes busting and everything, and people think it's poop, and I mean, and people are mad about how this defense is covering. It is what it is in this situation, but I think the attendance may be all right. But yeah, so we move on. What I think is you got to get after it. 3rd down, you got to stop people. You got to make Jameis uncomfortable, and you got to force turnovers. Do you realize the 2 wins that they have not committed a turnover, and their defense has forced 3 turnovers? Like I think that's an interesting parallel right there. So you got to get it. If they turn the ball over, they win, and they lose. And if the Giants can beat them, I think we can beat them too. But anyway, whatever. Let's see here. Oh, there's Nati talking about Brandon, his demigod over there, Brandon Sheriff. Best offensive line since we had since Trent put some respect on his name. I ain't put no respect on him. That man gets hurt more. Lord have mercy. He gets more hurt.
He's definitely going. I don't see him coming back next season.
He gets more hurt than a prom queen after her boyfriend leaves. Like that's as many often as it does. Like, come on now. Anyway, so we do a new segment on here on Warpath Wednesday. We do 6-pack. So get your crack you want to open. If it's soda, if it's beer, whatever. We take 6 of them. There we go. Look at y'all know this is like the elite drinker, right? You see that pinky? You always put the pinky up. That's a lifestyle of the DMV's, one of the DMV's greatest realtors. So, he got he's selling them houses like that. You got to pinky up. So we'll pinky up here. First game that I got for you, because a lot of these games are crap. But Thursday Night Football could be one of the best games on the docket. The LA Rams and Matthew Stafford travel to Quest Field or whatever it's CenturyLink Field now to take on Russell Wilson and the neon green Seattle Seahawks. Who you got in that one?
I'm gonna go with the Rams. They could go either way, but the Seahawks defense has been really bad this year. I'm gonna go with the Rams. The Rams look good. They did just lose to the Cardinals. Where is it at again?
It's at Seattle. First game they're playing outside too.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna go with Seattle just because of that 12 man, And they
That's
got,
right.
They got the fake crowd noise going on.
Excellent. So I like fake crowd noise. That's all real. That's all real crowd noise right there. I like Seattle. Russell Wilson under the Thursday night lights. Don't turn your back around on him. He's going to show off. I don't know about these Rams yet. And the way they came out against the Cardinals, are the Cardinals really that good, or the Rams just like I don't know, but I didn't see that coming. The way they just flatline in that game. Green Bay 3-1. Green Bay is at 3-1. Cincinnati on Fox. That's probably the best game out of the 1 o'clock slate there. Do the Queen City Bengal Kitties get a chance to eat the cheese of the Green Bay Packers, or does Aaron Rodgers show the young Buck Burrow how it's done out there in Cincinnati?
That's a tough game. I mean, two really good quarterbacks. One's 38, one's 22 or so, 23, 24.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to go with the Packers.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go with you too. They struggled against not Green Bay, but against Jacksonville last Thursday night. That just kind of waves a red flag to me. In Pittsburgh, their common opponent, not really that good either. And they both beat the brakes off up in there. So I like Joe Burrow on there. I think they're on like a 3-game home. No, they're on 2-game homestand. So give me Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers and company there. They just look hot. Chicago. So Justin Fields, the man we should have drafted and traded up for, right? Goes to Las Vegas, the land of the slots. Cha-ching. Raiders coming off a big hard loss against the Chargers. Do the Raiders bounce back in this one?
I'm gonna say the Raiders get the dub, but it's gonna be close. Their defense is bad too. Justin Fields looked good last week. He looked real good, but
against the Lions, though.
That is true. But the Raiders' defense is bad. They give up a lot of yards. We're gonna play them later in a couple games. But I like Derek Carr a lot. I wanted us to trade for Derek Carr. We had that conversation a couple of times over the summer.
Oh, I know.
Or over the off season. I got Derek Carr winning this one.
Let's see. Word on the street out in Chicago is that fans aren't excited about Fields. Well, that's what's wrong with Chicago anyway. They probably thought that they thought Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack came there from the Raiders. Never mind them. Hell no. Fields a bum. Okay, we got you. We got you. Grand Theft Pauly over there. Cleveland travels to LA to take on the Chargers. Justin Herbert. The guy who everybody in Washington fandom wanted last year in last year's draft. They wanted to draft him over Chase Young and over Tua. You're a damn liar if you said that. But anyway, who do you got in this one?
Yeah, it's so good game. Honestly, it's funny thinking about that because honestly, more people wanted Isaiah Simmons than Justin Herbert. Like I remember a lot of people were like, "Oh, Isaiah Simmons is the next best thing. He's a generational talent. Take him over Chase Young." So and then Tua, you can probably name about 5 players that people were having over Justin Herbert at pick number 2. To be honest with you, but I got a Chargers. Who are they playing against again?
They are playing Cleveland.
Okay, yeah. I got the Chargers now. That's a
Chargers. That is.
That's a toss-up game because the Browns are legit too. They can run the ball, Chubb and Kareem Hunt, and Odell's back now, right? He's finally healthy. Right?
Yeah, he's out of the hot tub. He's not scaring any dudes in the hot tub anymore. That's none of my business. San Francisco, Trey Lance maybe will get his first start against the Arizona Cardinals down there, or it might be Garoppolo. May get to go. We don't know yet. Who you think? Who's got that one? Do the Cardinals go undefeated again on Sunday?
I got the Cardinals. Kyler Murray's having an MVP type season. He's balling. He's controlling. He's a field general right now. He's doing the thing right now.
He's taking Baby Yoda. You know what? I like Baby Yoda too. I like Cleveland that last game. And probably another game of the week. It's a rematch of the AFC Championship game. Buffalo goes to Kansas City and Arrowhead on Sunday night because we're going to be waiting all day for Sunday night. Can the Chiefs make it 2 in a row?
No, I got the Bills. Where's that one
Really?
located?
That's at Kansas City.
Ooh, oh man.
He's taking the Chiefs. He's taking the Chiefs.
I'm gonna still go with the Bills because the Chiefs have been bad this year.
Can't stop nobody.
Do we play the Chiefs next week?
Yes, we do.
I don't know if it's better for them to win or better. It probably doesn't even matter.
It don't.
But
it doesn't.
It probably doesn't even matter. But honestly, the Chiefs, their defense is so bad. Like they're on our level bad. That's how.
Oh yeah, no.
Jalen Hurts had a field day.
Yep. I like Buffalo in this game. I like Buffalo in this game, but you know what? I'm gonna go against the grain here. Give me Patrick Mahomes and company on that one because I think the money is going to shift towards the Bills, and when the money goes that way, Corey goes this way. So I'll go off screen. Give me Kansas City in that one. I at least think they'll cover for the most part if they're not favored or that. But anyway, I think that kind of wraps it up here, Ed. Basketball season.
Cowboys Giants.
No, I ain't gonna do that game. Ain't nobody give a damn about them.
It's NFC East though. You gotta.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about that. Nobody. Hey, here we go. Since Ed's on here, give me the Panthers. Give me Dallas. How about you?
You know what? I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna say the Giants upset. Is that one in Dallas or is it in New York?
It's in Dallas. That's why.
Okay, never mind. They're gonna get blown up. No, they're not gonna get blown out, but they're going. Dallas gonna win that one. And those are two gimme games. Panthers and Cowboys.
Yeah, Panthers trying to bounce back after losing to Dallas last week. And last time the Giants were down there, Dallas won. But Dak got the only thing that's blown out was Dak that day because that was the day he hurt it. I think it's almost like a year to that time there.
But you know what? I will say the Giants are going to give them some go. It's not going to be a blowout. It's going to be a one-score game for sure.
Okay. Ed, you got. I'll touch on one last thing for you. Let's Locked On Wizards podcast, man. Talk about that and your journey today. I don't think anybody's really. Probably Big Doug may have sat down and talked to you about this, but I wanted to talk to you about that. Just talk about what you're doing on there, what you got coming up on there for us, and where everybody can find that because we know we can find you here on YouTube, but I think you may want to plug that a little bit more since it's almost basketball season.
Yes, sir. Big Wizards fan. I'm doing Locked On Wizards. It's a podcast. We are on YouTube now. So make sure, we're on YouTube now. So make sure you guys subscribe. Just type in Locked On Wizards. I did a video on the preseason game last night. It's an improved team. It's a better team. So we do, me and my co-host, we do an episode 5 days a week. After every game, we're going to do a reaction on YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the notification bell. That's where I'm going to be doing Wizards content. I'm probably not going to do Wizards content on my own channel like I used to. And we have a affiliation with CBS. So I did a show with Darren Haynes, who's the sports anchor on WUSA 9, and we're going to be on WUSA CBS channel. If you are locally, if you got local TV in the DMV area, the local station CBS 9. So it's pretty big. So like I said, make sure you guys lock in, pun intended, to Locked On Wizards. And follow us on Twitter, man. It's gonna be lit. I think I got a good feeling about this year. It's not gonna be a championship year. Of course, I'm not delusional. I think our ceiling right now is the 6th seed. DMV Sports Zone, that's my guy. Nati, he's pretty down on the Wizards. He's really
down on every team in DC though. Like Nati is the biggest pessimist. God love him. Shout out to Nettie, not Nettie. Oh Lord, I call him Nettie. Because he be Nettie that pettiness. There you go. That's what I call him. Nati, petty Nati, Nettie. You think Bostic will be back next year? Thank you for the super chat. I'm not going to answer that question because you know the answer to that. I've said this, Nati. I'm a man. I'm 30. I can say John Bostic was garbage. He is garbage. There you go. You want me to say it? I'm stating the obvious there. Can't get right. Hell no. That's right. Shout out to Paulie because he loves his New York Knicks. And when they have success every 10 years, he's like, they're back, boys. They're back. But
I love watching Trae Young. Every time I think about the Knicks, I think about Trae Young.
There you go.
He's not up and coming. Trae Young has arrived. Trae Young is gonna be he might fool around and be MVP one day. I like Trae Young a lot.
Yeah, and
but
don't forget
the Knicks are okay. They're not bad. They got a good team. They're about a 7th seed, 6th seed type team.
Oh, you heard that? We better than y'all getting them. We're gonna be about the 7th seed, Paulie. Not pessimist, realist. No, you're not. Because remember when I told you to believe that we were gonna beat the Steelers? I said it's okay to believe, and you were like, and I said, got it. Come on now, give it to me. Yeah.
I got a good feeling about Sunday too. I got a good feeling, but I just can't go all the way in because our defense is so bad.
I can't either.
We might make Jameis look like what he did at Florida State.
Yeah. That's quite possible. But like I said, this is year 2 of a 3-year process. I think that they're gonna get right. I think the worst thing that they have done is piddle paddle. Joe Barry got 2 years. Jack Del Rio Greg Nusky got 3 years. We can I said we can calm down. Let's see if they can figure it out. And Jack Del Rio doesn't really have anybody that he's worked with on this staff.
One thing I'll say real quick, Ben Sandy, he just tweeted, Washington did actively pursue ex-Cowboy linebacker Jaylen Smith, and mutual interest did exist, according to a source close to the situation. So for all the people who wanted Jaylen Smith, Ron did try.
There we go. Y'all show respect to your head coach right there. But anyway, don't forget I will be on the Rave on Sports app, commenting on the game. HT We Are podcast where I have my keys to the game. Freddie and Maddie. Don't forget to check them out. Subscribe to them. There's probably something else I'm gonna do, but I don't even remember. Colorcast. I'm on Colorcast now on Sunday mornings from like 11 to noon. Before the game, come by, stop on there, and you can download those apps. I got them in the comments. But Ed, brother, I appreciate you. And just don't forget us when you get big and you like drinking drinks with Darren Haynes and Ben Standick and Matt Paris and all those guys in the Wizards press room. So shout out to you, brother. And thank you so much for joining us. But y'all, for Ed Oliver, my guy over here, Sanchez 405, make sure you keep that same damn energy. Slap a table every once in a while. And hopefully we can outlast the damn bastards known as the New Orleans Saints. Till next time, love, peace, and hell. We out.
Peace.